The search is now on for a new head of coaching education at the JFF after Andrew Peart vacated that post to take up the position of Director of Football at the local governing body. Here's Renata Brown.
Current head of coaching education on the island, Andrew Peart, is set to take up the position of Director of Football with the Jamaica Football Federation next week. Peart, who is currently assisting with the Reggae Boys, will replace veteran Wendell Downswell, who will now do a lot of coaching with a coaching education program and will also be head coach of the under-17s. General Secretary of the JFF, Gregory Daly, confirmed the appointment of Peart and also outlined that it is unlikely he will continue being on the sideline as a coach.
The major role will be as Director of Football. I don't think at this point you'll see Mr. Peart on the sideline coaching because we're trying to avoid any form of conflict in that respect. So as it relates to wanting to be United and or Glenmure, I think there are some decisions that were made there. I'll prefer Mr. Peart speak to that, but he knows what is required of him.
While Peart will relinquish his duties as head of the coaching school, he will take on numerous new responsibilities, including setting policies for the federation and ensuring proper documentation.
Mr. Peart will be charged with really directing the football in a positive way because what we're talking about, all the youth harm will be under his control. Also, the coaching school itself that he was the principal of, he will have total oversight over that as well. I can tell you one of the responsibilities now for him is to develop a football philosophy and a playing style that we'll see throughout all the youth, because his responsibility will be overreaching all of those, with the exception of the senior men and women.
With Peart having been appointed head of coaching education back in 2021 under the recommendation of the technical committee chair Rudolph Speed, despite the committee at the time proposing that former national player Andre Virtue was a stronger candidate, Daly was asked if this appointment was influenced by the now interim head coach.
It wasn't about Mr. Peart. It was about the person that we could get that could tick all or most of these boxes. So when we look at it, it came down to about two. I think it came down to two persons. All right. They were asked if they were interested. Both were interested in terms of interviews, right? Presentations. I think that Peart would have been leaps and bounds over the other. All right. Mm-hmm. Who would have himself said that, of course, Mr. Peart would have had a lot more experience and knowledge than himself.
In relation to the selection process, Daly maintains that due diligence was done and the process was transparent despite the post not being advertised.
The friendship with Mr. Speed, I myself is close friend with Mr. Speed. That doesn't mean he's going to affect the direction, my direction, all right, and the way I want to go. I think that when we look at the football landscape, Mr. Peart would be highly qualified in terms of being a director of football. I think even in other countries, Caribbean, CONCACAF, he would have been highly qualified.
Daly says after consideration, he's confident the JFF made the right decision. All development programs in the parishes and clubs will fall under Peart's supervision, and one of his main functions will be to implement recommendations from the technical committee that are approved by the board. Peart will also take over the talent development scheme, and that would include grassroots.